Hello and welcome to my daily devotional for Saturday the 14th of January. And our reading is from Galatians chapter 2 and verses 19 to 21. For through the law I died to the law, so that I might live for God. I have been crucified with Christ. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. But now the life I live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who, having loved me and having given himself up for me, lives in me. I do not put to one side the grace of God. For if by the law righteousness comes, then Christ died for no reason. Verse 20 is a well-known verse and one that we might often quote. It is in line with the words of Jesus in Matthew chapter 16 and verse 24, where he said, "If anyone wants to follow after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." To deny something is to act and speak as though something had never happened. How does this relate to our denying ourselves and taking up our cross to follow him? Paul tells us that to deny our former life becomes possible when we are crucified with Christ. That is, when we take up our cross to follow him. When we are crucified with Christ, we deny the right of our former life to have any control over us. When we are crucified with Christ, it is to deny any influence that our former life might seek to have over us. By being crucified with Christ, we enter into death. The death of Jesus broke the power of sin. It broke the power of death. Therefore, when we are crucified with Christ, the power of death and sin over us is broken. They no longer have any influence over us. It is by the death of Jesus that power is denied to sin and death. Initially, our being crucified with Christ is the moment we turn from our sinful ways and accept the saving grace of Jesus to rescue us from sin and death. This is a denial, and it is the best denial that there is. Being crucified with Christ also means that we need to go on being crucified with him. When Paul wrote that he had been crucified with Christ, he was saying that it was an action that took place in the past, but was still effective in the present and in the future. Therefore, his being crucified with Christ would always be effective throughout his entire life. And hallelujah, the same is true for us today. Therefore, we are able to deny the powers that would seek to drag us back into our old ways of life. The power of the cross of Jesus never loses its effectiveness. Have a great day.